Why Jews got money? Why the Steins always got money? Real simple. Because they don't gamble and they don't drink. It is that simple, dun. And they happen to be smart as well. You also need a little blessings, and you need a little brain. You also need a brain that works. Unlike black people, unlike most Mexicans, not all. I always say that not all, but they don't hear that part because their little tiny brains get triggered automatically. Not all, just many men, many, like most of them. Like most blacks and Mexicans, their brains are like a squirrel. They got the brain of a chicken. But let's get back to the Steins. The Steins, of course I don't agree with them theology, you know what I mean? Of course, they're not like my favorite people, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it G. They're not my favorite people. But, I don't like too many people in general, you know what I mean? It don't really matter the theology, you know what I mean? But let's stay focused on why do Steins, the Steinbergs, the Silversteins, the Goldbergs, why do Steins usually, not always, but usually, hold up, typical Jersey garbage. Typical Jersey garbage. The shit is shut down. We can't drive through here. What's going on here? Construction. Can I get by? What is going on here? Can I turn over there? Can I go over here? What's going on? Can I go this way? I hope so. Here we go. Okay. Let's get back to the issue at hand. Why do Steins always got money? Not all, but you know what I mean? It's like 99% of Steins. The Juicies. 99% of Juicies got money. And 80% of black people don't. But this video is not about... We already know why black and Mexicans don't have no money because they got the brain of a squirrel. And I'm going to keep saying that. If you don't like it, hit the pause button and suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm like that. My shit is like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it G, and it's just the goddamn truth. You know what I'm saying? But 99% of Juicies, 99%. That's like 99 out of 100. They all got money. They even got more money than white people. I keep it G. They even got more money than white people. And I'm stuck over here in some fucking traffic garbage. My G's. I'm not trying to have none of this. This is not for me, my nigga. I will go halfway around the town. No. I need my AC. I'm starting to get antsy already. No. What is going on over there? What the fuck, my nigga? This that Jersey shit, son. I'm not having none of this, my nigga. I am not having none of this, homie. Hold on, I will go halfway around the fucking town. I'll go all the way around, all the way up the outer borough. You know what I mean? But my shit gonna stay moving, boy. I'm not about to be stuck with a fucking truck in front of me, a truck in back of me. I can't get out, I can't move. No. That shit gets me antsy, nigga. But let's get back to what the issue is. 99% of Juicies, the Steins, they got money. They got more money than white people. Only like 60-70% of white people got money. Let's keep it G. You know what I mean? The rest of them are broke, like blacks and Mexicans. You know what I mean? You're white people. You need to do better, for real. You need to do better, Dan. You need to do better, Bill. But let's get back to the Steins, right? It's real simple why Steins got money. Because they don't gamble. They're not on the FanDuel. They're not on the DraftKings. They're not on the Bet USA. No. They're not on the Poly Market. When was the last time you saw a Stein at McDonald's? When was the last time you saw a Juicy at McDonald's, my nigga? Like never. They don't eat out. They don't gamble. When was the last time you saw a Stein gambling at the casino? They don't gamble. They don't sports bet. You know what I mean? Them niggas is focused, boy. They stay focused, nigga. And then, you know, everybody want to point the finger at the Steins. It's the Steins. The Palestinians. The Palestinians were acting up. Boom! Bakata! You know how Muslims we? The only thing Muslims respect is violence, nigga, and starvation. These niggas, there's no negotiation with these jihadis, nigga. These niggas is brainwashed from 8 years old. They don't gamble, and they don't drink either, but they're fucking dumb as hell. You know what I mean? Juicies don't gamble, they don't drink, and they're semi-smart. I'm not saying they're all geniuses, they're not. But most of them are smarter than the average black man, than the average Mexican. And many of them are smarter than white people as well. Keeping it G. Man, they're like 10 times smarter than Musis. You know what I mean? That's why the Musis hate them. Because they're like, you see the whole Arab nation? You seen the whole like Muslim nation? It's like 50 countries, like 1.8 billion broke niggas. But you see Israel? Tiny. Tiny. It's only like 14 million people there, and only like half of them are Jewish. The rest of, like, you know what I mean, are atheists or Christians or Muslims. Israel like this. You seen Israel on the map? It's like this. You got all this. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Iran, half of Africa. And they're all broke. That's the goddamn truth. They're all broke. That's why they hate them. And that's why they hate them. Let's keep it G. You know what I mean? I'm Christian. You know what I mean? The Jews, the Steins, they need to come to Christ. You know what I mean? They need to come to Christ. It says it in the Bible. That's our job. We need to bring them to Christ. You know what I'm saying? And little by little, about 5%. Every year, about 5% of Juicies is coming to Christ, to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who happens to be Jewish as well. Hashtag no lie. You know what I mean? The whole theology is Jewish. You know what I mean? But the reason why, you know what I mean? Look. Big ass Jewish school. You know what I mean? They take care of their kids. Boy, you send your kids to public schools because you can't afford the private school. You know what I mean? Because you're gambling all your fucking money on DraftKings. You know what I'm saying? On stupid shit. You're spending all your money on Jordans and McDonald's and, you know what I mean, Taco Bell and retarded nonsense and iPhones. You seen the Juicies? The Juicies still playing with the Android from, like, you know what I mean, 2012. They're with the flip. You know what I mean? I know Juicies. I've done many thousands and possibly millions of dollars of deals with Juicies. I know all about my Juicy, my Steins. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be aware with Juicies too, because, you know, they're about theirs. You know what I mean? And I'm about mine. You know what I mean? You do business with Juicies, better, boy. You better have that contract read over, boy. I'm not saying they're perfect. You know what I mean? But I know them. I've dealt with them. You know what I mean? And they're successful because they're smart, they don't gamble, and they don't drink. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Niggas hate. They want to point, oh, it's the Juicies. It's the Juicies controlling America. Juicies is not controlling America, my nigga. They're like this. You know what I'm saying? Unless you go to Brooklyn, unless you go to certain small little towns, you know what I mean? That little section that I happened to drive by where you saw the big ass fucking houses in the beginning of the video, that happens to be a small little section. But that's just like a quarter of a mile. You know what I mean? You drive like within 2 minutes, you're out of that little neighborhood. You know what I mean? They're like a small population, my nigga. And you know what I mean? The Muslims were just acting up. You know what I mean? Getting too aggressive. They were like, boom! Slap the shit out them niggas. They've been having problems with these niggas for years. And they got tired of that shit. They would just lay the shit flat, nigga. Ain't no more talking with these niggas. Ain't no more who's right, who's moderate, who's not right. Blow! Just lay everything flat. Real nigga shit. We got the fucking money, we got the fucking guns. You know what I mean? They're small as hell, but they got the money and they got the guns and they're fucking loaded up. They're loaded up. They're like, we're done with y'all niggas. We're done with y'all niggas, you know what I mean, attacking us. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit about us in our own country. In our own, you gonna be talking shit about us. You gonna be threatening us. Aggressive actions against us in our own shit, nigga. Lay that whole shit flat, nigga. All 15 fucking blocks, 30 blocks, everybody, man, woman, and child, everything flat. Real nigga shit. And I like real nigga shit, so, you know what I'm saying? Boy, them Steins is on some real G shit, my nigga. And now they're like, what? What? There's another group in Lebanon? There's another group in what? In the neighboring country? Go in there. Bagada! Now it's not just in Israel. Now it's not just in Israel. Now it's like any neighboring country. Anybody can get it. What are you sponsoring? You paying? You giving money to fucking terrorists in Qatar? Bagada! Leave a fucking hole right in the middle of your capital. And any of them, Saudi Arabia, big, small, Iran, any of them could get it. They're on that G shit. You know what I'm saying? They learn from the best. They learn from the best. They learn from Big Bro. USA. You know what I'm saying? Boy, over the last like 20, 30 years, they've been gearing up their technology, their military. You know what I mean? Steins stay focused while you're gambling on FanDuel. You know what I mean? While you're like, on OnlyFans, you know what I mean? Or watching porn, or, you know what I mean? Or eating McDonald's and bullshitting and talking about, you know what I mean? Sports and dumb shit. And the pay-per-view and WWE, all this stupid shit. You know what I mean? Them niggas is loading up for Armageddon. Them niggas is loading up for the last 20 years. They've been, we're about to load up these guns, nigga. We're about to load up these jets we can never trust. We're surrounded by fucking Muslims. Boy, these niggas want to kill us. Oh, no, they're not gonna get us. No, we're about to load up. We're about to load up the technology, boy. We're about to load up the money, boy. We're about to make sure we got our alliances with Big Bro, the USA. It's Big Bro and Little Bro. You know what I mean? About to colonize the fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never letting them niggas go, boy. Because here's what it is. It's not even about the theology. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Come on, my nigga. We do need to bring them to Christ. And every year, people who study this, and every year we are, little by little, every year more and more Steins are leaving Judaism and becoming Messianic Jews. They're called Messianic Jews, right? They're coming to the Messiah, Jesus Christ, and they're coming to Christianity. So we are achieving in that section as well. But regardless, let's just say that all of them are atheists. Let's just say that they, you know what I mean, they don't have no religion. It don't really matter. Let's just say that they're not even there. Let's just say that Israel is just empty. You know what I mean? The USA still has to control that whole region. And that's the headquarters right there. You know what I mean? Even if Israel was empty, there was no Jews there. They all left. You know what I mean? We still need to control that. We still need to be there. We still need to control that whole... We need a headquarters right there to watch all the Muslims, nigga. Do you think this is something new? Do you know what these people believe? They don't just want to kill the... You know what I mean? The Steins, they want to take over the whole world. They want to destroy Christianity. They want to destroy the Christian world. They want to destroy your freedom. They literally tell you. It's in their books. It literally says, kill the infidels. You think they're fucking kidding? You know what I mean? It literally says, we will not stop till, you know what I mean, Allah rules the world under, you know what I mean, total tyranny. My nigga, this is just not like a secret. We've been fighting these niggas since 711 AD. Since 711 AD. Since 700 years after Jesus. when these niggas came around. Islam was like invented, created to destroy Christianity about 650 years after Jesus Christ. Everything in their books, everything in their doctrine is a total contradiction of Christianity. We've been at war with these niggas since 7/11 AD. You think it's something? This ain't something new. This didn't start on September 11th. This didn't start in the 1948 war between Israel and the Arabs. This didn't start on September 11th. This didn't start with the Boston bombing. Every fucking week is a fucking new. Come on, nigga. So even if Israel, which is like right on the coast, got that water right there, you know what I'm saying? Right in the center too. It's like dead center in like the Arab world. You know what I mean? Right, but I got that right in the center. Even if Israel was empty, we would be setting up shop. Because of the water, because of the port, and because it's in the center. So you could watch all these niggas. You know what I mean? You cannot take an eye off these niggas. These niggas will plot to blow your shit up. Obviously, my nigga. You got 2 fucking towers demolished. And multiple, so many. Train stations and the Boston bombing, the Boston Marathon. My nigga. Every month they're like finding a new plot. Stabbings, and you had the Australia one, the 2 shooters that killed like 15 people, like just like last summer. My nigga, they killed like over 1,000 people, October 7, 2023, when they just ran into, you know what I mean, into town and just massacred like over 1,000 people. My nigga, these people are psychos. Gotta keep an eye on these niggas for life. Like we have been, forever. You gotta control, keep these niggas broke and weak. You know what I mean? Keeping a G. And whether you're doing that in conjunction with the with the Juicies, if you're doing that, you know what I mean, working with the Steins, or working with the Indians, or working with other white men, it don't matter who the fuck you're working with. You need to work with niggas or do it by yourself. But you need to control these Muslims. You know what I'm saying? Since 7/11 AD, nigga. We could never ever leave the Middle East. That's why even in the first term, I'm gonna finish off the video with this. Even in the first term, when Trump was talking about failed wars, we need to leave the forever wars. I'm like, this nigga just talking that piece shit to get your vote. You know what I'm saying? But he knows. He knows. Everybody knows. We ain't never leaving the Middle East. We can't leave the Middle East, nigga. We need to keep a fucking surveillance on these niggas. For life. Forever. As a matter of fact, we need to grow our presence in the Middle East. For many reasons, because they're fucking psychos and they're plotting to kill us. You know what I'm saying? And because we need the fucking oil. No doubt. We want the oil. We don't even need the oil, but you know what I mean? We gotta control the oil because if you control the oil, you control the money. If you control the money, you keep them at bay. You know what I mean? If you let them have too much money, they start developing fucking plans and bombs, and they will eventually try to get you. You know what I mean? The enemy will never ever stop. And because the Middle East is also close to Russia and close to China, our other enemies. My nigga, we ain't never leaving the Middle East. You know what I mean? And Israel is our best headquarters right there. On some military, you know what I mean, strategic shit. Niggas don't think strategic. Niggas just watch anything on the fucking internet. They just get brainwashed by stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Dumbass niggas. Boy, we better keep an eye on these niggas. So, you know what I mean? We need to watch them, control them. Definitely control the money. Definitely control the resources. You know what I mean? You need to watch the fucking oil pumping in Iran, in Turkey, in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in, you know what I mean, UAE, and all them niggas. The nice, you know, some of them, you know what I mean, are pretty docile. You know what I mean, they're acting nice. You can never trust these niggas. Boy, you can never trust these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They deny Jesus Christ. Their book says, kill the Steins. Kill them. Kill. You know what I mean? Every other fucking sentence, every other surah is kill, kill, kill. You think these niggas, oh no, we're moderate now. no, forget the last fucking 1,200 years. You know what I mean? Forget the last like 300 terrorist attacks. No, we're new now. You believe that? Dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. You got stupid ass millennials walking around with a fucking towel on their heads, just acting like they're fucking Iranians, like they're Palestinians. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about your women and children, none of that shit. You know what I mean? It's just that these young niggas, they don't know no type of history. They don't know nothing. They're just brainwashed with some shit that they saw about women and children. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Run that shit. Take their fucking land. Take their fucking money. Take all their shit. Definitely take their resources. You know what I mean? And if anywhere in Lebanon, in Syria, in Iraq, Afghanistan, nigga, how many times you had problems with these niggas? It's like, and you don't even need to be a historian to know that these niggas is problems, son. They've been problems for like the last 1,200 years. Are you like living under a rock? But you know, that's the left. That's that commie shit. It's all the same thing. Islam, China, COVID, vax, LGBT. It's all the same shit. It's communist brainwashing. You know what I'm saying? Where you think this shit came from? China, nigga. Stupid niggas. Where you think terrorism comes from? Fucking Muslims. You don't have no fucking mercy for these niggas. You don't give a fuck about their women and children and fucking, they're hungry, not hungry. Starve these niggas. Starve them. Keep them broke and weak. Exactly. That's a strategy. Keep all these niggas broke and weak. In all Turkey and Iran and all of them. In the whole fucking region, my nigga. Now you got problems in Nigeria. Now they're killing Christians in Nigeria because the Christians came up and are now the majority. It's been over 400, 500 years that Christians were not the majority because they were completely enslaved by Muslims, by Islam. The shit is tyranny, nigga. The shit is communism, nigga. For like the last 500, 600 years. You know what I mean? They were forced to convert to Islam, to deny their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But they've been working hard for 400, 500 years. And now, finally, after 500 years, Christians are the majority in the continent of Africa. They finally broke through 51% to 46%. The other percent are like, you know what I mean, the little African tribes and, you know what I mean, and atheists and stuff like that. But they finally broke through. They finally became the majority in the continent of Africa. You know how big Africa is. And that's why you hear of all these problems of the Muslims killing the Christians. You know what I mean? That's why you hear about this in Nigeria and Sudan and Somalia and all these African countries. The massacres. Because the Muslims is mad that they're no longer the majority. That they're losing control. That's why you hear of all this. You know what I'm saying? Recently. Every week it's like a new massacre of like Christians. A new village. They just go in and just shoot everybody. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. Because they hate. They hate the Christians and they hate that they're losing control of the continent. They have lost control of the continent. Christians rule Africa right now. And they're just growing and growing and growing because Islam offers you nothing but poverty and violence and crazy stupid shit. You know what I mean? They don't have the truth, the way, and the life in Jesus Christ. They deny Jesus Christ. They say he's not the Son. They say he's not the Father. They say he wasn't crucified. They say he didn't die for your sins. Everything in Islam is like the opposite. It's just a denial of Christianity. It was created to deny Christianity. It was created to deny Jesus Christ. You know it says in the Bible, you deny the Son, you deny the Father. I am the truth, the way, and the life. There is no other way, no other option, no other religion There is no other way to heaven and to the Father but through me, the only begotten Son. No, we're having no other prophets, and we're not having no other religions, and we're having none of that other shit. But even politically, you better watch these niggas, boy. So we need to, you know what I mean? We need to be friends with Japan. We need to be friends with Israel. We need to partner up with whoever to keep these niggas at bay. So be it. So be it. And if the Steins gotta go in Lebanon because they're creeping up by the river, go in Lebanon and smash that motherfucker. Take that shit. Take whatever chunks of fucking land you gotta take. In Syria, in Lebanon, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in any of these fucking Arab lands. In any of them. In Africa, anywhere. Dominate, nigga. Not all this peace shit, all this dumb shit about women. I don't give a fuck about no women and children, nigga. In a few years, the little children of jihadis trying to blow you up. I don't even trust a fucking 5-year-old. That nigga strapped up with a fucking bomb. That's dumb as hell, nigga. Ain't no diplomacy. These are savages, my nigga. Ain't no diplomacy. Ain't no, you know what I mean, making a deal. All that dumb shit you hear with Trump, you know what I mean? Oh, making a deal. He knows. That's just to calm the masses. Because your brain, you got the brain of a fucking squirrel, you know what I mean? That's just to calm the masses. Oh, we're making a deal. But he knows. The Steins know. Any real niggas know. There ain't no fucking deal with these niggas. You know what I mean? We're taking a couple of weeks, re-upping the guns, you know what I mean? Tuning up all the jets, tuning up all the tanks, you know what I mean? Taking a little tiny break, and we're back there. Boom! Fuck them up again, my nigga. We gotta, every couple of months, every couple of years, you gotta go into different locations, you know what I mean? They pop up over here, they pop up over here, they pop up over there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Since 711 AD, since 711, like 711, you can look up the history. Since 711 AD, we've been fighting these niggas. They even created their own calendar. They don't even respect the AD. You know what I mean? They say, cause they hate Christianity. They created their own calendar. I don't even know. They got like a whole different year. To them, it's not 2026. These niggas are crazy, my nigga. Ask Muslims what year it is in their theology and in their, you know what I mean, in their culture. It's not 2026. It's some other weird shit. These niggas are completely delusional, my nigga. You know what I mean? Don't ever trust these niggas. You know what I mean? Don't hear none. Oh, it's just another religion. The religion of peace. My nigga, this is all communist, leftist garbage. You know what I'm saying? And now the left, the Democrats, have joined forces with Islam because they're both communist. You know what I mean? And we're going to join forces with Israel or with Japan. You know what I mean? With freedom. You know what I'm saying? We're going to join forces with whoever. Whoever we got to join forces with. With the Nigerians. With the Christian Africans. We'll join forces with whoever we got to join forces with to keep these niggas at bay. It's what we got to do. And that's what it is. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, share. Don't be fucking stupid.